Now you see that I have opened my mailbox. Can you see that mailbox? And in mailbox, you see that there are these things. This is a Google Classroom. You can open the Google Classroom for each class. And let's see, I have created the Google Classroom. And this is very, very useful. Why it is useful? I'm telling you. For class 10, you see so many Google Classroom I have opened. For class 12, class 10, class 7, IB, International Board. So what is the utilization? I'm telling you. So for class 12, see, there are so many options are there. Number one is, see, classwork. Okay. So in classwork, you can give worksheet. Okay. You can upload your PowerPoint. Okay. Worksheets like, see, I'm showing you some worksheet. I think all of you can see, isn't it? Okay. So worksheet, then I can give some, see, PowerPoint, view material. See, this is the Gauss's theorem I have taught, and this PowerPoint you can upload. So after teaching also, suppose someone couldn't follow your class, so they can see this PDF. Okay, so you can upload it in the Google Classroom. That is the main thing, that you can save your all documents in the Google Classroom. That is the first things you can do with a classroom. Now you see that here so many things can be done. Worksheet you can give. Now create, you see, you can assign. You can assign. If you want to take an assignment, give it in assignment color. If you want to take a quiz, you can go through quiz. If you want to do a questionnaire, you can go through the questionnaire. If you want to give a material, you can do the material. If you want to reuse the post, you can use it. So many functions gives by the Google Classroom. You can do the class in Zoom, and you can keep everything saved for your lifetime in the Google. In Google Cloud, you will not lose your material. That is the main thing you can create. Okay. Now suppose assignment. Assignment, see here there are some instruction, and you see so many things is given, points is given, due date is given, and you can set the rubrics, how to assess them. Okay. So that's why Google Classroom not only the teaching purpose, but as well as you can assess the person. Sometimes the board batches you need to assess. So you can assess in a many way. You can set a schedule. You can scheduling also. Suppose I want to post anything. So you will post it, and you can create, and when you just post, suppose you want to post a material, you see that there is in case post column here is given. Something if you write here, you will given you a scheduling. So if you don't present also, you can record your things and you can post in the Google Classroom. Automatically they can learn. That is called self-directed independent learning. So you should, those who are using the, I can tell you that like virtual platform, because the day has come that we have to use the virtual platform. So this is very, very important way we can use. You can keep a track of the people. If you want to mail them, you can do that. If you want to grade them, you can grade them. See, this is the worksheet, date out of 10, no due date will be placed. So you can ask to submit, and you can grade also how much. You can change the number also. Okay, you can see the view submission, if everyone is doing or not. So these all facilities are given by Google Classroom. So if you have started taking class in Google Class, Zoom platform or WebEx or Microsoft or Google Classroom itself, how you take the Google Classroom, you see here it is written Meet, Google Meet. So if you just click the Google Meet, then also you can take class in Google Meet. So there are so many platforms you can take the class. Okay. So this is the one way I can tell you that whenever you are teaching, you should keep your teaching material always ready, so that whenever any student couldn't understand in a class, you can utilize it, you can give it to them in the this WhatsApp web also. You can use WhatsApp web. That is also very, very important platform, WhatsApp web and Google Classroom. You should use that. Is a very fast way you can teach the student, and you can assist the student, and also you can utilize your teaching for a long term. This next year also you can use that. After that also you can use it. Now, for example, I'm giving you a sample teaching thing, like class 9. We have to teach force. That is very important things. Generally, we introduce with some normal activity. See, you can see me. I can do an activity. I visualize it, and I can use the whiteboard. As Sir is saying, and dear students, Sir is saying that you can use your whiteboard very much, and you can use a Zoom whiteboard, or I have myself have a separate whiteboard, and I can use that also. Okay, so that is the thing. And when you are teaching, preferably you should give them more keyword, like ICSE, ISC, Madhyamik, Uccha Madhyamik, whatever the thing. Teacher doesn't have so much of time to see each line, so you have to give emphasis on the keyword. Keyword means how will you explain the answer. That is very important. So you can teach them. So you all are teachers, so I am not going to teach you. So force, effect of force, then types of force, and whenever you are showing the type of force, and then and there you can go to the YouTube, and you can show any video, or you can, you know that suppose you want to show the effect of force. For example, so then and there also you can teach, or you can just very 16.
We have already studied the effects of force on a body in a previous class, haven't we? Students, now let us organize these to reveal the various effects of force.
So many videos
First,
are available.
Force and motion.
So you can warm up with the
Students,
videos.
force changes the state of rest or motion of a body. Here is an activity to prove it. Keep a tennis ball on a table and push the ball slightly with your hand. What happens to the ball? The ball at once sets into motion, isn't it?
So you can use the videos. The thing is, you have to plan before you come to class. Now you see in this video, as I shared with you, see there is a, just a minute.
Now,
see there is a URL. Can you see that URL? youtube.com/this. You can copy this and you can paste it in your PowerPoint, as I show you. That PowerPoint, like I have done this PowerPoint for my chapter 4. So I can paste one page, you can keep, and you can paste it in the PDF in your PowerPoint. And whenever you don't have to go to YouTube to and fro, you can just use the video, just clicking it. Suppose if I paste it any, I'm just entering a slide, and I can paste option also. That is a hyperlink you have to use the hyperlink, insert, and you have to use hyperlink. In that way you can also use it, any video or anything, online video. So in that way you can put it in your slide. So this is the way you can use it for the types of forces, contact force, then forces. This is a diagram, these things, each thing you can explain with the diagram and the laws of motions, everything. And then and there you can show the Newton's laws of motions, like Newton's laws of motion. You can start the video for the laws of motion, and you can show them what is the laws of motion. and they will understand it.
Video is not coming, ma'am. Ma'am, the video is not coming.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
So just we made some fun of it. So you have to find out the videos, which is very important. So you can make a pause of video, and like you can make a pause of the video. Suppose you want to this word you want to give the stress, that is uniform motion. Uniform motion is important word. Then you can give a stress on the word. When the video is on, you in between you can pause. External unbalanced force, unless acted upon by an external unbalanced force. That is very important in Newton's law. In Newton's law, we say unless and until a forces act on it, we will continue in a motion, or we in straight line, or we be in a rest position. But that is not exactly Newton's first law. Unless and until acted upon by an external unbalanced force. So you have to give a stress on that. So that's why the virtual platform or the digital platform is very useful, and you can give a stress on that, and you can show the animation, and you can use. So before going to class, you should prepare your PowerPoint properly, and you can choose the videos which will help you, or rather will strengthen your lesson, and allow the student to ask for second law of motion. For example, I'm giving you second law of motion. All of you know that you start with a momentum. So here I have given the unit for only SI unit. So ask them what is CGS unit. Ask them, write it and display it, or ask them to respond. So I have given in my PowerPoint only SI unit. So then and there you can ask that tell me what is CGS unit. Then you should give stress for the physics teacher. You should give the stress on the graph. Like momentum depends on the two factors, mass and velocity. So momentum is directly proportional to mass with constant velocity. That is the point you should give stress. Momentum is directly proportional to velocity with a constant mass. After explaining momentum, before going to the third slide, I will prefer to ask the student to draw the graph, because they don't know what is, they know how to plot a graph, linear graph or anything like that. So you can then ask them, your graph look like this. Then they may ask you questions. So before going to the next slide, you also keep some type of question things. Okay. Next is Newton's second law of motion, and there is a lot of derivation. See, everything is available in your virtual things. So I have done all the calculation on the PowerPoint. But at the same time, I will prefer to parallelly, you will use your board. Take just a minute. So you have this board. So continuously you will use this board. Like see, I have done the 1 by v plus 1 by u plus 1 by a solution, because daily I have to take at least 5 to 6 Zoom classes as well as webinar. So I did the things along with the student. If you say that only follow it, then they will not do. You cannot monitor it by sitting other end of the virtual class. So continuously you have to use this whiteboard also. So for a physics class, this whiteboard is very important. So you will do all your calculation in whiteboard, and at the same time we will start asking question. Now here, what is proportional constant and everything, this is the available things, or you can do the solution in your copy of the derivation of second law of motion or the derivation of force, and then you can take a picture, and that also can be pasted on your PowerPoint presentation. So there is a lot of options you can access your student. That is the main utility of the virtual class, is in everything. Okay, so WhatsApp wave, very important. Suppose a student cannot visualize it, so you then and there take the picture, send it to WhatsApp wave, so they can see the picture and they can understand. So they cannot say that I couldn't understand. Sometimes in class also they cannot understand it, but here they can understand. So this type of question, relation between Newton dyne. First you ask them to do your own, because you know that. So then you will ask them to derive what is 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. So first you warm up with the videos, then you make your PowerPoint, each keywords, each topic. Then basically physics require a lot of numerical, 11, 12, joint entrance, unless and until you are analytical and mathematically strong, then very difficult to score well in joint entrance and the science stream and all. So that's why you should give stress on numericals. Now how to go about it? So first you will take some worksheet and display it, and then ask them to do it. So how you see whether they have done it or not, that can be done with the help of Google Classroom. Ask them, I'm giving you the worksheet. First you show some numericals, do it on the board, do it on the these things, then give a worksheet. Jot down some numericals from a different source, from a book also. That's what I'm saying. WhatsApp web is very fast. You can take a picture from your book and send it to WhatsApp web. Ask them to give the solution and post it in the Google Classroom. Each one you can check. If you have 40 students, you have a 50 student, each one you can check and you can give a private comment of it. Okay, and that's the thing. And activity, like you can post some activity for them also, like refraction of plane surface. I did many activity with them, so you can do the activity with the say refraction rules and all. These things, so you can do. You can use a water bath and all. You can do the rare and dense and medium. PowerPoint, if you need any help, you can ask me. I can help you out. I think all of you are now well enough to do PowerPoint. And each topic, there is a, you can say video you can get. So there are a lot of things. Please give stress that to the drawing. Give some time to draw. While you're teaching, give them some time to draw and ask them question. Allow them to ask question. Otherwise, what will happen? They get demotivated and they sometimes don't attend the class properly. Okay, because you cannot tally that. Unless and until they answer, you have to make them active. Unless and until they are active, ask them, give them time to draw it. Because all the time they will not keep their video on because of network problem and all these things. So make them active, do the diagram, do the numericals, give the worksheet like that. Giyasuddin, please, sir, please tell me what else you want to ask.
So, thank you. It's a perfect package. In short, in such a short time, so you have expressed each and everything. Nothing is left. Whatever I wanted to say, but there are very few things that have been left. So very much reflecting whatever I was, presenting before your session. So you have just gone through all the things. Thank
No,
you. Thank you.
see, if you want to stress some topic, I can explain it again. I don't have any problem. I think this is very important key things for a virtual class.
Yes.
When you are conducting a virtual class, what are the main aim that you should reach to the students' point? Because it is very easy switching on the Zoom class and they sleep. They may sleep. Okay, you cannot access. This is not a interactive class. You cannot see the person is sleeping or not attentive. So that's why assessment worksheet is very important. We should not only teach. That is not the only thing you can do well for the student. I think you need to do everything parallelly. Means assessment, worksheet, numericals, as well as teaching concept. That is important. And if you want me to teach some particular topic, I can do that. I have given you an overall idea how to prepare a lesson for things. If anyone wants me to say anything, that I can help you out.
Anyone want to ask, ma'am, from our teacher side, those who are attending this workshop? It's open to all, for all the asset members and also
If
the.
any question, if it is possible for me, if I know the answer, I'll give you.
Yeah. Anything you are studying, anything you
Or if you are
you
facing
want to
that
explain.
problem while teaching them in a virtual class, so I can help you out because I am also taking the class each and every day. So many classes I am taking. These are the things I have faced while I am teaching also. So that's why I think this is very important. We should take care of, because if we cannot reach to students' room properly, then there is no utilization of virtual class, because board exam they have to give. Anyone wants to ask anything?
Yeah. Anyone want to ask anything, please feel free to ask.
If you have problem in the audio, then you can write in chat also. That also you will encourage your student that if you cannot understand anything, please write in chat. Use the chat box. There's a chat box. This chat box is very, very important thing. So they can write it. That, ma'am, I couldn't understand these things. Please explain. So you can answer that one. I don't know what is it. Sir, how many students you are having in each class?
Basically, they are having 50 to 60 students. But from our FS side, we are taking three branches together or two branches together when we are taking classes.
So that's why I think this is a you can will I give them some to solve in life? Because definitely, sir, definitely. And ask them to produce the answer. Ask them actually to answer.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a very brief and wonderful presentation. I just want to request you to repeat how to use Google Classroom
Okay.
For our teachers. Okay.
Okay. Then I am sharing the Google Classrooms. You want for 12 or 10? Which one will you prefer?
10.
Anything.
Yes.
Listen, I'm just asking, all of you have your own mail, I think, own mailbox, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
All of you have your own mailbox. So, yes. So, you just can write it down that how you go about with a Google Classroom. I'm step-wise, I'm teaching you. Okay? Step-wise, I'm telling you. Just a minute. Let me close these things. all of you have this type of mailbox. All of you are familiar with this. So in this things, you will see there are, another thing is very important, Google Drive. Yes, we are using Google Drive, Google Doc and Google Classroom. Okay, one by one. So you will see there are some, this type of Google apps. When you just question mark and after that you will see Google apps. Just click the Google apps and you will see the account, mail, drive, docs, like this is coming. So you just open the Google Classroom. Okay. So I think all of you can see. Okay. So see, already it is create. Suppose you want to create your new. See at the top you can see a plus sign is there. Can you see that plus sign? So you can just click the plus sign and the two things will come: join class, create class. So suppose your friend, like your any class teacher had created a class. You want to join them. You can join or you can create your own class. So when you create a button, then it will create a class. Like I have created so many classes. Okay. So for example, I'm going to class 10. So whenever you say the create class, they will open a window and in that window, you will write that class 10. And you see there at the bottom, it is written class code and something is given. I'm showing you. See, N5Z4COZ. So for the class, you send this code and ask them to join that Google Classroom. Or you can send the individual invitation. I will prefer you will give the class code and ask them to join through this class code, through their mailbox. Each student should have their own mail. At the top, bottom, you see that meeting link. You can use it for your class. It's called Google Meet. Because sometimes there is a hacking from the Zoom class. Sometimes, I'm not telling all the time, you can secure your Zoom. So you can use your Google Meet, much more secure. Okay. Then you see that share something with your class. Anything, any instruction, any discussion. As just now you are saying, will you do the numerical on the live class? Yes. After doing the class, you give the solution in the things, share thing. Okay. Then classwork. You see, stream, then classwork. You see that I have given so many classwork. And you can see there is something written worksheet. Then you have written material. This is a symbol. Create, you are having so many options. Assignment is the most important. If you give a small numericals on Newton's second law of motion, A physical to MA, just click the picture from your book, Concise Physics or anything, and post it here. So assignment, you just click assignment. Then you will see there is a title given. You write Newton's laws of motion. Instruction, finish the worksheet before the next class. Done. Then you add. How do you add? You can go from your Google Drive, link file. File is the most easiest way. You can make a Word file or a PDF file. And after putting this file, or you can use a YouTube videos. You want to ask them before coming to class, you see that YouTube video and then attend my class. It will be easier for you. You give the Newton's laws of motions videos here. So they have a pre-learning before come to your class. It is not that all of a sudden they are listening about Newton first law and second law. So you post your YouTube video, file, link, anything here. And you can see at the right hand side there is an assign. And in assign, you post it, it will go automatically to your class. I'm showing you in a class, like see how I have given the videos. I'm telling you, I'm showing you that. See, in a small classes, generally we use, because 10, 12, we have to do so many things. See, class 7, in a class work, see, I have given power, suppose energy. If you want to teach energy, okay. So view me, see how I have done. How I have done. I have given 1, 2, 3, 4 warm-up video for energy change. And also, I have given some energy transfer worksheets. So I can warm up with the videos, then I can give PDF, or I am warming up only and I'm teaching in the Zoom class. So parallelly, if you give this, your gravity of your class will increase. Then you can understand the people who has attended, who are not. This is my teacher, this is a student, and you can also grade them. So you are getting like your class situation, real class situation. You can grade them, you can find out who is giving you post, who are responding in your post, who are not responding in your post, and you can put a classwork. Any other questions, sir, regarding Google Classroom? You understood? If you feel any problem, I can help you out also. Means if you having a problem, you can WhatsApp me. I can help you out in that way also. That we can also virtually connect each other very fast, isn't it?
Autonu sir raised his hand. So Autonu Bukti sir has raised his hand. Can you please ask your question, sir?
I can't hear.
Autonu Bukti sir wanted to ask something. You are here? Autonu sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Good afternoon, madam, and good afternoon, everybody. Ma'am, I have got two simple questions on electricity, because I was taking a class of grade 10 of different English medium schools of ours.
Yes.
So one question is, when I was teaching about the conductor, insulator, and semiconductor,
Yes.
there was a question of band theory.
Yes.
And when I was teaching the band theory, the students, as because this is a higher level concept, the band theory, so the students were asking for some live examples. I have integrated the same with latent heat and such examples, but they were asking for live examples what they used to see in their own environment always. So can I get some help in this from you?
Band theory in class 10 level, isn't it so?
Yeah.
Actually, you can start from atomic structure, because they have an atomic structure in class 9 and chemistry. Okay, and you know about the valence shell. They know about the valence shell. You can get it.
Yes,
Valence shell. From that, electron jump, electropositive and electronegative. Okay, for making bond structure or anything like that. And they know about the, I think Yasuddin sir can explain more that about the this covalent bond and the electrovalent bond. So from that concept, you can at least give them example of valence band and conduction band. For metal, valence band and conduction band are very close to each other. That's why they are good conductor. And if they know the difference between the covalent compound as well as covalent compound and the ionic compound or electrovalent compound, there are some pointers that covalent compound are not very good conductor, electrovalent compound are very good conductor of electricity. So from that, you can at least make them understand about the conductor and insulator, because where the electron can jump from the valence shell very fast, then they can go to the next shell, that is conduction band. So from that, you can give the concept of the conductor and the insulator. Now, what about semiconductor? Semiconductor also you can use periodic table. In periodic table, you can explain the structure of carbon, silicon, and germanium. And you will tell them that semiconductor is a man-made device. Semiconductor is not available in the nature. Nature we are getting, but that is not a good semiconductor because it's tetravalent nature. They become inert. So that concept of chemistry you can use for the conduction of electron. Electrolysis, atomic structure, the basic idea they have, because they parallelly, this is called, you can say that interaction between two subjects. We call it a multi-teaching, or you can say, you can broad the area. You can merge the subject one another.
Ma'am, I am interrupting once again. I have done the same. I have done, but they were asking all these, whatever I have mentioned, all those are abstract examples. So they were asking from some live examples that they can see easily, because we are not, we are unable to show the whatever some examples of some exercise that we can do, some activities we can do in front of them, because in virtual method of learning
Understood.
it is not possible.
Understood. But you can ask them that you cannot see electron. It's very difficult to see electron. You can see that one thing is warm up. If you give heat one side, another thing is warm up, as you are saying about the latent heat and everything. So that also they can't see. So you can at least perform any heating experiment in front, or any video related to heating experiment or like that. Video related to it. But if you want to perform any experiment in front of them, then what else you can do? You can say the boiling water or anything like that. But that is, I don't think, will satisfy their queries.
That's the main problem, madam. And another question arises when I was teaching about the advantage of AC and DC, alternating current and direct current, and they are asking that, sir, in mobile phone, when we are charging the adapter, that is using the DC current, direct current, and the main supply is alternating current. So how can we use that?
Yes. That so you can, if you like, I have few instrument in our house, the step up, step down transformer. If you have any device in your house, means old device like adapter, old and all, you can open it and you can show it, because basically we can voltmeter, ammeter, Ohm's law circuit.
That's not possible in home.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's not possible. So you can show the videos.
Ma'am, my question was not that. My question was that suppose I have to mention about rectifier. About rectifier, how the AC is converting into DC.
That much, so you can introduce that wave, because they know how to transverse wave propagates. Okay. Crest and trough they understand. Now crest and trough carrying audio visual signals. Now if you have to unwrap that audio visual signals, you need a rectifier. So
yes, madam.
In class 12 also, you can't show them what is actually rectifier is doing, isn't it? So unless until they go to level.
Yes, madam. Now they are asking. Now they are asking me about the how we can make a rectifier. So I have answered through diode. Now what is diode? They are extending. So how to handle this? I was totally confused.
Yeah, don't get confused. They will make you confused because they only know the word, and you have to bring that word in their you say the content. Diode you can about the cathode, anode, electrode, that battery also you can show. Actually battery goes to the capacitor. So in that way you just move to that. They will try to confuse you, but your knowledge is more than their knowledge. So you can always bring down in that way. So when they are talking about the diode, you will say window, unidirectional motion, your heart motion. That is a unidirectional motion. That cathode, anode, electrolysis, battery, this you can show them. When you give more example from your life, everyday's life, I don't think they will ask question. And class 12 also, they won't be able to see how they are rectifying this thing unless and you go to MSc level through the oscilloscope. They cannot.
Through the CROs. Okay, so madam. I have understood. I have understood. Okay, thank you, madam. That's all from.
Ma'am, can we show the remote, the
how
electron
we use video
by TV remote? Ma'am, can we show them the electrons by using the TV remote?
No.
As we know the infrared.
You can say that that is not an electron, dear. This is electromagnetic wave. That is an electromagnetic
wave.
We know.
That is not.
We know as is emitting the IR ray, infrared. So if we focus the LED of the TV remote towards our camera. Towards our camera. Just opening the camera.
Yes, I also did this experiment.
We may show them that it may be the electrons.
That you should see that wave pattern. The thing is, we can see only the wave pattern. We can't see electron. That is very wrong word. It's invisible.
Exactly.
Electron is invisible. And wave also, we are creating a pattern. Isn't it so? That is an imaginary diagram to represent the propagation of energy, nothing else. Energy is invisible. That they have to convince. You have to convince that the energy is invisible. Only for our own benefit or to analyze it, we have given them a wave pattern. So that you can do many things. That I have also kept some video for you. There are also optical fiber. In optical fiber also, you can see many things, optical fiber. So this type of videos you can show and show that existence of, you can say existence of electron, but that is not electron, that's a wrong word. Don't say that. Electron invisible, energy invisible. That you have to convince them from 6 onwards. We are using energy. So one question someone has asked, how to use video with audio from our mobile? Yes. So from your mobile, suppose you have an audio, you use WhatsApp wave. Are you familiar with that? Do you know WhatsApp wave?
Yes,
yes. So in WhatsApp wave, you will send you like, suppose you are sending me the video like that WhatsApp wave. From that you will, I'm just opening, and that will be usually WhatsApp wave. See how I use sometimes my WhatsApp wave. This is my WhatsApp wave. Can you see my WhatsApp wave? Okay. See, so any video here, you can see that any video here you can upload and you can just play it. Any numericals, any worksheet like that. Okay. So this is a menu from this. So that you can zoom, then you can see this. So like that video also you can play, and that will help you to understand. Clear? So worksheet also. If you don't want to go for a worksheet.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. You wanted to know how to run the video from mobile.
Yes, suppose I'm just telling you how to run the video. If I have video, I can show you how to do it. Yes, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. But the question is that, yeah.
Understood.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you
try it out.
Ma'am, are you sharing it from mobile or laptop?
WhatsApp wave.
WhatsApp wave, that means you are working on desktop or from laptop, is it not?
Anything. Desktop, laptop,
it can be working
anything.
Mobile also.
Any mobile also. Like see how I have given and how I've taken the things back. See here. See, this is one of my students, and I have just a minute. Just a minute. See, I have given them worksheet to do. See, this is the thing I have given. Simple introduction. I have given picture in the WhatsApp wave. So they did the question. I just display the questions in front of them and ask them to do it. Okay. So after doing that, they have given me the answer. Okay, they have given me the answer after doing this. This is the question I have given. Now you know CAM scanner, it is there. CAM scanner is there. Okay. So in CAM scanner, they have posted their work. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Understood? So like that, you can use it for.
Ma'am, just a minute. I would like to add something because it was my part also in the second session. So for the teachers who don't want to correct it in on screen, so they can use this annotator option, and they can, if the question is right, they can give a tick mark on it.
Yes.
And if there is any problem, then you can write it from equal to V equal to U plus 50, something like that. So that you can make it on screen, and all the teachers, you can do instruct the students that you also write it down from the by a pencil, using your pencil, or the correction you want to make, do it in your pencil. When the school is going to open, I will check your copy. We'll check your all the copies what you have done in this whole lockdown period in your home. So this online correction can be made to using this annotator option. Okay, so making sure there is a problem. Those who are having teaching this, there is a update